with us for a little while this morning is State Representative Dodie Horton. Hey, Miss Dodie, how are you?
Doing great. How are you guys?
You still hanging out in Baton Rouge? Are you back home? Are you anxiously anticipating the governor's call for a special session?
Oh, here in Baton Rouge, fighting a good fight for the good people.
Okay. Is it, and we're going to talk about the bill that is referred to widely as criminal justice reform.
There's a package of bills, right?
But is it mostly criminal justice reform, or is it criminal sentencing reform?
It seems to be, that's what they call the reform, more of the sentencing and the how long someone's on probation. And it's very complicated, and it's a lot stuffed into several bills. And I just, I wrestled and wrestled with it, prayed about it. I just didn't feel comfortable enough.
I was going to say, reading all your Facebook stuff, your social media things, and what you said publicly, you really went back and forth with this to the point that a couple of days ago, I sensed you were going to vote yes. What tipped you the other way?
It just the victims. And everything I've watched and listened to, I never, ever didn't heard anybody talk about the victims. And so I just felt that it was important for me to stand with the victims of so many various crimes, and I pray it works. But again, I just didn't feel comfortable enough to let certain felons out early, and it was just tough. It was hard.
There's another package of bills coming behind this. They're saying those are even tougher. You're against those as well?
I look at each bill individually. And so I just, I'll continue to read. I just don't know, Erin, to be honest with you.
The one bill, changing the habitual offender law. Can you explain what that will do? Because these bills passed, and now it looks like the governor will sign them. What is that going to do for you and me if I'm out shopping at Target?
Well, it just means, used to it's 3 strikes, you're out, I suppose. And you had to go and serve your sentence, and they'll be out. I don't know how to say it. I don't know if they'll extend the probation or community service, or what the punishment will be. They said it's just going to be a lot of trial and error, but it doesn't make me feel a lot safer.
We talked to the DA here in Caddo Parish about these bills, and he said the vast majority of them deal with nonviolent offenders. Is that a little bit inaccurate, or is that somewhat accurate?
Well, it's somewhat accurate. When I was talking to a few DAs, and some in law enforcement, a lot, like the sheriff took no position. That doesn't mean they support it. You understand? You know what I mean? And
sure.
Then a lot of people who committed violent crime, they plea bargain down to a crime that they consider nonviolent. And it's just, in listening to testimony, it was just difficult for me to grasp, once you're tough on crime, and does this mean we're not? And again, I want the sentencing to fit the crime without a doubt. I don't want someone who got caught with marijuana to go to jail more than a child molester. And so it's just a lot that waits to be seen. But I just could not put District 9 at risk. I just couldn't do it.
Dodie, when it comes to Governor Edwards saying he's going to call for another special session, if he, see, wait, now see, that was, this is going to sound, no. That's exactly the sound I was looking for. But from Republican representatives, legislators like you or Alan Seabaugh or Raymond Cruz, etc., who go in thinking, the governor just wants to tax and tax and tax and tax and tax. I understand why you would go, like you did. But you also know a lot of Democrat legislators who normally would back the governor. Are they, on the other side of the aisle, so to speak, are they getting worn out with this also, to the point of grumbling behind the governor's back?
I haven't seen it. One thing I can tell you that the Democrats do, they keep their grumbling in private. They don't eat their own. And unfortunately, it seems like a lot of the Republicans do. I'm not part of that. I like us to all discuss things in private and stand and make a effort to stand together, and we've done that pretty well. But again, the Democrats, they keep things pretty close to the vest.
Do you sense that John Bell will just keep on calling session after session when you guys aren't in regular session? Until, there it was again.
I'm sorry.
I got a house down there, Dodie, if you want to use it.
Is he going to be relentless in his pursuit of raising taxes and fees and registrations? Is he just going to try to wear everybody down?
I just don't know. I hope not. It costs money to have us all down here, and it's just, to me, we didn't give him what he wanted in a few months. I don't know why he thinks that our resolve would be less. I don't believe it would be.
Well, that's my question. Is it just sort of I'll show you guys, I'll ruin your summer?
Well, it could be. It could be that I'm the boss, and I'm going. When we voted, they couldn't get the votes for the gas tax, and it amazes me how the governor and certain legislators lecture us on standing with the people. I've never ever thought the Republican Party would want me and others to compromise on our core principles. It is about the people, and you stand with your district. That's why you're there. And if the governor thinks he's going to get different results by calling a special session and throwing money, good money, after, at something that the brick wall you're up against, thinking it's going to crumble, well, I have to tell him it's not.